Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Midtown Manhattan. We are on West 58th Street and Fifth Avenue. It is foggy in New York. See that huge, one of the tallest skyscrapers in New York? You cannot even see the top of it. And welcome. Let's look around and zigzag around the Midtown area of Manhattan to enjoy the cloudiness of it today. It's 6:22 p.m. in New York. Tomorrow, good afternoon from Texas. Welcome. See, some of the buildings, you cannot even see the tops of them. They are all covered by the clouds, by the fog. This is a Plaza Hotel. 58th, 59th Street and 5th Avenue. Matthew, hello. Anna, hello. Good evening, everyone. These are some Bergdorf Goodman windows, and they pretty awesome and very artsy, just like all of them, all the time. They update them occasionally, but it is pretty cool. A guy in Soho. Hey again. Hey, welcome. Bergdorf Goodman department store on 5th Avenue and 58th Street. Let's go take a look at those blooms on 5th Avenue, those installations that weren't ready last time we were walking. Let's take a look across the street and see what they look like. Pulitzer Fountain and Central Park behind, southeast corner of Central Park. Andrea, hello. There is a number of installations themed like this, with flowers and very colorful. And the topic of it is 5th Avenue blooms. And there are several installations here on this block next to Apple Store. Hey Dave, good afternoon. That's very pretty indeed. These flowers and leaves, they're made out of some sort of plastic material. Of course, they need to sustain weather conditions. They should be here for the whole month of May. And there is something else there at the corner, at the other corner of the block. But before we go there, let's take a look here. And we're looking at 5th Avenue. This is 5th Avenue southbound from West 58th Street down. You can look, you cannot even see the tops of the buildings because of the weather today. This is entrance to Apple Store on 5th Avenue and 58th Street, between 58th and 59th. And ANY, good evening. Normal, good evening. Laura, good evening, everyone. Yogi Bear fan, hey, hey. I guess this is the beginning of those installations, so to speak, and this one looks like a gate of sorts. Last time they were still working on that, so it wasn't ready. Now, right now it is ready. Hi, Omir. Good evening. We're streaming live. This is a live stream from New York City. Today is May 2nd, Monday. The temperature currently is 52, 53 Fahrenheit. It's about 10 degrees Celsius. But all day today is cloudy and raining on and off. It was pretty loud and powerful thunderstorm in the morning hours, around 5-6 o'clock in the morning. Yogi Bear fan, strange art, but I love the flowers though. Lot of video. Hello, live walking NYC. How are you? We're good. Welcome, welcome. Long time no see. How's Finland? That's pretty nice and definitely a good picture opportunity. There are more installations. We saw a few on the opposite side of the street the other day, and let's take a look and see what we find on this side of the street. They're on Fifth Avenue. Looks like Under Armour is going to open the store here. Remember, this location used to be FAO Schwartz years ago. Alright, today we have a cloudy day, boring. Yogi Bear fan, Ways Lake. Welcome, welcome. It is nice. And it's different, and it's flowery, and it's spring-like. And it promotes the company. It is actually Van Cleef and Arpels. So this is their spring theme. So this all serves as a street decoration and at the same time an advertisement. This is Bergdorf Goodman across the street. Remember, we started there. And here is the men's section of the department store. Lot to video. I watch your live stream often. It's great. I don't always write anything. This is fine. Thank you so much for staying with our channel. Thank you. Thank you for saying hi. And thank you everyone for being our subscribers. If you just discovered our channel and you like what you see, subscribe with all notifications, hit that bell, and you will never miss the stream. Also, you can always share the link to this stream and other streams and videos any way you want. And of course, last but not least, if you feel like supporting our channel, you can give us a super chat, a super sticker. You can become a member, or can use other different links. And thank you so much for all of your support. Yes, this is Louis Vuitton on 5th Avenue and West 58th Street, 57th. Usually this corner is decorated but all the way up, but right now there's no decoration. They also change the designs, the window designs all the time. Or we should say often, just like other major department stores. Tiffany and Company. Scaffoldings was here for a very long time, so it kind of blocks the view. And then Trump Tower and Trump Tower entrance to our left is coming up. We're also looking to see if we find more of those flowery installations, and if we notice them, we will definitely take a look. Yeah, that's the Trump Tower entrance. Breakfast at Tiffany. This is Trump Tower. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, fancy outlets here. Yeah, it's been raining in New York today. Gregory, hi, good evening. Hey, I'll be working with you this evening. Thank you, and welcome, as always.
I mean, you get to travel to the U.S. you guys.
RJ, Ola from Colorado. Then we found another installation here, and there across the street by the church is Ways with Flowers right there, and a very similar one is here next to us right here. A lot of name brands here on the stretch of Fifth Avenue. Yeah, that's Presbyterian Church. Eli B, I love my Invicta Pro, the excellent value, love it. Love my Invicta Pro Diver SW200 for less than 200. Plato, New York is always such an interesting city. Something happens all the time, yeah, and there's always something new. New installation, new art. Welcome everybody. We are streaming live from New York City. This is 5th Avenue and 56th Street in Midtown Manhattan. Israel, good afternoon New York. Greetings from Cuba. Un amigo. Welcome, welcome back. Good evening. And they kind of look the same, but not at the same time. They all different. They don't repeat. They're not repetitive. They are unique, each and every one of them, even though they color the same way and they kind of look the same way. But there is not a single installation that is duplicated. Yogi Bear says, ESL always new and big thing in New York City. Nice art, says Israel, and it is nice art. These flowers will be here until the end of May, until the last day of May. So this is not the last time we see them, but they just got installed on May 1st or by May 1st, so it is fresh. And are the flowers real or plastic? The big ones are plastic, but the tiny ones are real. This is an art form, absolutely. This is Hotel Peninsula. Nicholas, good evening to you too. Welcome, welcome. Crossing East 55th Street, and we are on Fifth Avenue. This is Harry Winston, and this is St. Regis Hotel. The great city, says Norman. It is, it is. We're waiting to cross the street. Lots of video, the old architecture is so great. The next installation is in front of us. We are approaching it right there. And there's nothing across the street on this block, but this one, oh, look at the better side of the street, even though there is one across the street there. But we will take a look at this one first. So, for example, the flowers on the bottom there are real flowers, and this one, of course, is plastic. But on the bottom, those flowers are real. How's the weather there right now? Oh, weather is 52 Fahrenheit. It's about 10 Celsius. Cloudy, foggy, and not raining right now, thankfully. But it was on and off all day. These flowers are they 100% real. It's not summer and hot, but it's May. Usually in May, it's pretty warm, and if not hot, it's very warm. And we have days like this, but unfortunately this year we have a lot of days like today as well. TJ's delicious cooking. Blessings to everyone. Hi TJ. Good evening. We are enjoying these Blooms on Fifth art installations on Fifth Avenue as we walk around Fifth Avenue. For now, we'll see where we're gonna end up eventually, but right now we're on Fifth Avenue. It's a Coach store, and also colorful flowery window. This is the entrance to the Coach store on Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue on East 54th Street. That dinosaur in there, it's made out of pocketbooks and purses. Lots of videos. New York is full of tall buildings. The neck breaks. Yep. If you look up all the time, but it's a good exercise for your neck. This is Fifth Avenue northbound going toward Central Park. Oh, that's another installation there. Let's go take a look. Right there across the street. Welcome everyone, and thank you for enjoying our stream. If you not subscribed yet, we welcome you to subscribe. If you subscribe with all notifications, you will always know what is cooking here on this channel. Also, if you feel like supporting us, thank you so much for supporting us with all of your donations and contributions. Thank you. Javier, good evening. Lots of video. The picture quality of the stream is excellent and the sound is good. Thank you, thank you. It's important for us to get a feedback on the tech side of our streams as well. Oh, this one is pretty. Look at that. Is it a real bench? Looks like it's a real bench. It looks like almost like a porch in front of the house of sorts. And this is a window and real flowers are in there. And this is, it is a bench. It has to be a bench. From top to bottom, definitely looks nice. And different kind of flowers here. So these installations are on both sides of Fifth Avenue, that makes sense. Just like around Christmas, we have beautiful installations, decorations around Fifth Avenue on both sides of the street. This is the other side of this one here. Welcome, welcome. We are streaming live from New York City. We're on Fifth Avenue. We're on 54th Street, West 54th Street, because we are west on the west side of Fifth Avenue. .45 in New York. Boys, good evening, good evening. It is nice. No one is sitting here, but it's great for taking a break, and also it's great for picture opportunities. This one is really pretty. I think this one is the prettiest so far. And also it's multifunctional. It has a bench on each side. Yogi Bear says, love the sounds of bells from church. Remember on Easter we were browsing around here and the bells were ringing non-stop. Honeybee Journey, my city, homesick. Hey, good evening and welcome to the stream. Laura, this afternoon we will have the Stanley Cup. OMG, anybody is going to see it? Question mark. Keaton, hey, what's up my friend? Hey, hey, good evening, welcome, welcome. It's very nice to see our friends we know and new friends that just discovered our stream and saying hi in the chat. Welcome, welcome. We are on 5th Avenue and we are between 54th and 53rd. Just a reminder, if you like what you see and you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you subscribe with all notifications, you will always be notified when we are streaming and posting videos. It's a beautiful entrance to St. Thomas Church. And this is 5th Avenue northbound and southbound.
There's a new flag in America, director. It's going to be the last movie.
This is 53rd Street, Museum of Modern Art, down there, down that block, towards 6th Avenue. We are on 5th Avenue. Next avenue to our right is 6th Avenue. Uniqlo. And other brands. This one is Tissot, Swiss watches. Nice and shiny ones. Hey Joss, good evening. See, the same commercials are showing on here in inside of a bus stop, for example. Same theme, but they adding the goodies, they adding jewelry, they adding purses, and that is the same company, Van Cleef and Arpels, amongst the other commercials. So this is the massive advertisement campaign, but also for those who don't care about the brands and just cares about the art forms, that is good enough as well. Salvatore Ferragamo and Cartier. Cartier is right there. And next to the right is Versace. And this one is Zara. And huge Nike store is across the street. Kirk, good evening. Looks kind of dark there for this time of day. It's been raining on and off all day, and it is overcast. It's cloudy and foggy. Our next installation is right there across the street. And there's one across the street next to St. Patrick Cathedral, but first, let's take a look here. Yogi Bear fan, French Embassy. No, this is Cartier. Cartier, you know, it's a world famous brand, of course, watches and jewelry. And this is their store on Fifth Avenue and West 52nd Street. And of course it's French originally, so it's American, French and British flags. And next to it is Versace, and Versace is Italian, so we see American flag and Italian flag right there. This is Versace store. Versace, and this one is another installation. Let's take a look. Yeah, they're all different in measurements, different in shapes, but essentially the same theme: butterflies and flowers. Anonymous dude, thanks for the stream, Al. Thank you very much, and thank you for stopping by. Hope you will enjoy this one too. We're streaming live on Fifth Avenue in New York City. As you can recognize, across the street, diagonal from us, is St. Patrick Cathedral. This is Victoria's Secret store. There's another installation right there. And even though that one across the street looks very similar to the one we saw a few blocks back, internally it's different. Internal design, internal picture that's showing is different from what we saw before. So technically it's the same shape but different look. Let's take a look. And flowers different too, I think, partially at least. And yep, Armani Exchange right here. This is what we say. Also have benches here, so shape-wise same as that one, but internally different pictures here, different designs. Welcome everyone. We are live walking NYC. We're streaming from Fifth Avenue, and today we are browsing Fifth Avenue, but with the special attention to these new art installations along Fifth Avenue. That's called Fifth Avenue Blooms, imagined by Van Cleef and Arpels. Very colorful. It is drawn as a child would. Maybe children actually took part in the design of this whole thing, because they look like children's drawings, but it could have been a professional artist that just, using that technique. But either or, it looks pretty awesome. And from the marketing standpoint, it's appealing to both adults and children, and this is interesting to say the least, because this is how people can get hooked on a brand. Fifth Avenue Blooms. But again, for those who don't care about shopping at that shopping that brand, they just enjoy the installations. It's funny, but not too many people take pictures next to it. It's clearly not a major tourist season, but still. This is St. Patrick Cathedral that we explored many times, and we will definitely be back inside. Gregory is asking to know who the artist of these installations is. Let's see. We would probably assume the name of the artist is here. Perhaps it's either the brand or an artist that whose designs are used this current season by this company, Van Cleef and Arpels, in their spring and summer collection. That would be our guess. Alfred, good evening. Let's take a look at St. Patrick Cathedral. And it's 6:57, so let's see if we will hear the bells ring in 3 minutes, for which we will walk around St. Patrick for a moment. And actually we don't have to even be here. We can go across the street and take a look at that installation across the street as well. Crossing Fifth Avenue again. Fifth Avenue and West 51st. This is the Lego store. Lego store in here in the Rockefeller Center, Fifth Avenue area.
We are looking.
Store is closed. They all standing here making sure no one gets in. Everybody wants to go home. Welcome, welcome. We are standing in front of St. Patrick Cathedral, and it's 6:59. Let's see if we will hear the bells today in about a minute. And remember, around Easter, before Easter parade, they were decorating this entrance. We saw them decorating, and then we saw them during the parade and celebration. And it's still there. Those flower garlands are still there. We hear another church to our left, but we don't hear St. Patrick Cathedral. But it's 6:59, so maybe they purposely start there so they won't be sounding all at the same time. It's 7 now. Let's see. Nothing this time. Okay. Okay. That's the next installation right over here. Now they're taking pictures here because there are more tourists around this block. These art installations are all themed the same, and the theme is Fifth Avenue Blooms. And these are the blooms directly across from St. Patrick Cathedral. So, depending on where you're standing, it's giving you a pretty awesome perspective. Let's see if we can capture a little bit more. That was pretty nice, isn't it? St. Patrick Cathedral, and interesting angle here as well. Thank you so much for your support. If you subscribed, we thank you very much. If you're not subscribed, please hit that bell with notifications and subscribe. This will allow you to always be notified when we're streaming, and as we're joining the family of New York City streamers, we're happy that you're choosing our channel more and more, just like you're choosing other streamers in New York. Thank you. It is a nice view, says Alfred. Loud video, the theme is the same. Yes, these are installations on Fifth Avenue, and these are blooms, flowers, so that's why it's Fifth Avenue blooms. This is Banana Republic. And hey, good evening, welcome, welcome. Anonymous dude, New York is a palace. We're approaching Rockefeller Center promenade, and this is Saks Fifth Avenue. And Cole Haan store here on Fifth Avenue in Rockefeller Center. Rockefeller Center was built in the 30s, 1930s, and these are original decorations that are still here. Hey Silvio, hi from Santos, Brazil. Boa noite, Silvio, and welcome to the stream. Another look at St. Patrick Cathedral. Sunset Blue, hey, good evening. Thank you very much for your support, for your super chats, your super stickers, your ko-fis. Alfred says probably be a lot of tourists this summer now that COVID has slowed down. Yeah, last summer was plenty. This summer will be more. See, these are new advertisements here that we did not see a few days back. They are from Christie's, the auction house. Yes, we walked by it recently. It's a few blocks away from here. And auction New York, 9 May on view, 30 April, 14 May. So apparently they will be selling paintings and Warhol's Marilyn's painting, and they just basically promoting the idea that they will be auctioning this out. See, interesting way to promote something that is going to be going on in New York, and at the same time, this is the same one, but it is almost the same in several different locations. We're going to walk around here to show you these installations real quick, but we're going to replace the music because of the copyright strikes that we don't want to get, and that's why we're going to play it. So we'll be back in a few minutes. And we're back. Hope you enjoyed the view. Gustavo Morales, hello from Argentina. Buenas noches. Gregory, wow, well, you have 5,000 subscribers. Congrats. Thank you so very much, Gregory. MS DJ, you're going to the Met Gala tonight. No, we're not invited. We don't have a proper outfit, and unfortunately not. Nicholas Peters channel. Until then, it ain't happening. Maria, hi. Gregory, that Andy Warhol expected to bring over $100 million. Lot of video with the Christmas tree. Not there, not until next November, I guess. And A, literally, who is farther away, don't speak and discuss politics? Good question, though. It is, Met Gala is in Metropolitan Museum of Art, which is, yes, on Fifth Avenue, but on Fifth Avenue and around 80th Street, and we are on the, 48th, 47th right now? 49th. So, 30 blocks from Metropolitan Museum of Art. It's behind us northbound, and we're walking southbound.
Well, no, there's a bunch. I don't remember exactly how they put it.
Sunshine Afrin, good evening, good evening. Gregory, my invitation to the Met Gala must have gotten lost in the mail. Mine too. By the way, Andy Warhol, in case if you didn't know, Andy Warhol is Ukrainian. Fun fact, his parents were from Ukraine, first generation immigrants. And he was born here, but his parents came from there. And his last name, I forgot exactly what it was, but very close to Warhol, but a Ukrainian way to say it somehow. So, a fun fact. Fifth Avenue and West 48th Street. We're looking to see the next flower installation. We see one right in front of us, across the street. Thank you for stopping by and watching, and thank you for your precious time that you dedicate to watching our streams. Thank you very much. Thank you for being subscribed. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe with all notifications. Thank you. Also, thank you for all of your super chats and super stickers. All of a sudden, a lot more people here. In the background, across the street, Paris Saint-Germain store. The world famous, of course, football team from Paris. They recently opened that store in New York, right on Fifth Avenue. This is also kind of looks like a bench. It's kind of not so pleasant in this weather to sit here, and it's a little dirty, looks like, but other than that, it probably could have been used as bench. There's nothing saying that do not sit. the most part, all the installations are unique, even though the color combination is the same, but its shapes are different and the purpose is different too. It is nice and pretty. Gregory says, interesting, I didn't know that about Warhol. But I didn't know about this either. It's like a few days ago it popped up online somewhere. Always something new. Richard, watching from Atlanta. Hey, Richard, welcome. Yogi Bear fan, thank you all for the love. It was lovely. You're welcome. Boss Fancy Coffee and CTV. Hey, welcome. Hi, Richard. We're crossing West 47th Street. Yes, and this block is Diamond District, but it is after hours. And that way, you see those lights in the middle, maybe in the middle. The Times Square is over there. We are on 5th Avenue, 2 Avenue blocks from here, East Times Square. Right there somewhere. We continue our walk down 5th Avenue, southbound, approaching West 46th Street. Welcome everyone. Adidas store, one of the Adidas stores in Manhattan is right there across the street between East 47 and 46 streets.
Sí, que la tengo que enseñar a patinar con esos patines.
Oakley stores here, and the Filipino flag is there, so that is, I think it's a consulate of the Philippines. This 5th Avenue and West 46th Street, and see more advertisement there. One Clef and Apples. This is Philippine Center, Consulate General of the Philippines, and Philippine Mission to the United Nations. approaching West 45th Street. NBA store is on the opposite corner right there. And UGG store is right here. UGGs are super popular, especially around cold weather seasons. If you joined us recently, we're streaming live. We are streaming live from New York City. Welcome, welcome. Denise, good evening. So NBA store is right there across the street. We'll see you later, Yogi Bear fan. You're welcome. Have a good night. Best Buy and Vans. Good evening, Suzy Q. And Five Below, one of the Five Below locations here on West 44th Street and 5th Avenue. We saw one, the latest one that's open is in Union Square. There's also one in Brooklyn, at least one, maybe more in Queens. Cool stores where everything is $5 or less. Cool thing is that you never knew you needed. From charging cables and to you name it. Time in New York is 7:25 and this clock is almost correct. 2 minutes behind. Eunice says nice shots by the way. Thank you. The North Face store is next, right there. And we're approaching 42nd Street, Grand Central Terminal. We walked through Grand Central Terminal the other day. It's right there to our left. 1 Avenue block, we see a portion of the building. Actually, let's see, it's 7:26. Yeah, they have this squash tournament in there, but it's probably too late for it right now. We're approaching West 42nd Street. And 5th Avenue. New York Public Library, it will be to our right as we cross the street, and Bryant Park would be behind New York Public Library there. But today we stay on Fifth Avenue. Looks like we saw all the flower installations. We did not see any anywhere, so it's probably everything we saw, but we're not done. We continue our stroll, Fifth Avenue stroll, and we still have time and battery life, so we are still here. This is west and east, technically east 42nd Street going that way, and west 42nd that way.
Yeah, it was fine, but I feel like I mean it was all her friends. I feel like
Now we're walking by New York Public Library. Hey Tyler, good evening. Thank you very much for all of your support, your super chats, your super stickers, your buying us a coffee on Ko-Fi, and using other links in description and in chat. Thank you. James, good evening to you too. Patience and fortitude, 2 lines guarding New York Public Library. This is the main building of New York Public Library, the most famous one. And look, we have beautiful fountains here as well. Woody Herman, thanks for your great work. Appreciate it. Woody, thank you so very much. Woody, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for appreciating what we do. We're really happy that you're enjoying our streams. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This fountain is, it could be one of the fountains in Italy, in Rome, maybe even. I mean, of course, the design of this building and the facade, of course, is very classical, inside and out. And this is really massive. It could have been a museum, could have been anything else too. Very substantial. The way this building is designed and architectured. And this fountain, there are 2 fountains, one on each side of the entrance, as well as 2 lions. Thank you very much again, Woody, for your support. Thank you. We don't know exactly which line is patience and which is fortitude, but this one we're assuming is patience and that one is fortitude. The quarter wolf, very nice. Hey, good evening. This free exhibit, by the way, it's a free exhibit. It's called Treasures. It is amazing too. It has real treasures, and it's hard to explain. They are all belong to the archives and funds of New York Public Library, but they are from representing different eras of books and just history in general. We actually went there once and we took a video and posted it. So if you want to search for it on our channel, just search for treasures and it should pop up if you want to take a look at how it looks like inside. It's a free ticket, you just need to get it. There is a terminal where you can, just give them your email and it will generate something else, something simple. It will generate the ticket, they scan it, and that's it. Lucy Aedo, hi, good evening. Dakota Wolf, where at did they film the movie The Warriors? I'm not sure. But remember, there is a scene in the movie The Day After Tomorrow. There was a movie like that a number of years ago where the snow was so high that they were walking on top of New York Public Library. It's one of those movies that hopefully would never turn into the reality. The candy boss across the street. Woodrow, why do others claim they are live New York walking and they are not? Matching Woody. Thank you so much, Woodrow. Thank you. The question is, why do others claim they are live in New York walking and they are not? Yeah, unfortunately, there are quite a few that streaming previously recorded walks, and they do look real at the beginning, but not sure why they do it. Personally, if you're interested in live streams and you accidentally click on that video and you realize after a few seconds that this is not live because maybe they don't have a chat going on, or maybe it's just no narration, just the sounds of the city, and sometimes you perhaps click at it on that link in the evening and you see early morning hours, or you're in December and it's snowing everywhere and you click on it and it's summertime and everyone is wearing shirts, t-shirts. Hard to tell. I guess they all trying and using different techniques, but really I think the real value, and we don't just talk about our channel but our live streaming in general, is the fact that it is a live streaming event, and I think it's exciting to see the live feed from anywhere, especially from New York City, where so many people love New York City. They say you can love or hate New York City. We love New York City. Thank you so much again, Woodrow, and thank you so much, Woody Herman. Thank you so much for your support. We really, really appreciate you. Dakota Wolf says 40 and cloudy here. Where are you at? In Dakota, perhaps. North Dakota or South Dakota? Woodrow, amazing transformation, Bryant Park. From ice rink and winter setting to now. Yes, it is, absolutely. We walked by and the lawn is gorgeous. They just fenced it off a little bit so no one is going to damage the grass, I guess. They want to give it a little bit more time to strengthen up a little bit, but then people will be having so much fun just sitting there on the lawn and having a good time. A lot of tulips in New York this year. Dakota Wolf is from North Dakota. It's pretty high up. 40 degrees and cloudy in North Dakota, and about 50 degrees and very cloudy here in New York City. Gregory, thank you for your live streams and commentary. Absolutely, our pleasure. Charles Dean is asking, is this live now? Nope, it's recorded. Just kidding. I think to communicate with chat and to be able to answer questions and just comment on the, on the chat, what's going on in the chat, and real life communication and live streaming, all these two things combined. This is cool, isn't it? No problem, Joss. That was a joke, by the way. It's getting darker. Should be getting darker. It's 7:38. Soon it will be dark. Probably a matter of minutes. East 39th Street and 5th Avenue. High-tech bus stops here, where you can be submerged into the commercials while you're waiting for the bus. And this is what bus stops in Manhattan, in this part of Manhattan, not everywhere in Manhattan, but in Midtown, at least in downtown, this is what they look like. More and more of them are installed everywhere in the city. The quarter wall, do you feel safe carrying your camera there? Never 100%, but I wouldn't say safe. You just be cautious. You always have to be cautious, no matter what you do. No matter where you are. East and West 39th Street. West 39th on this side of the avenue and East 39th on the opposite side of the avenue. As 5th Avenue is a divider between East and West Avenues, usually along 5th Avenue. And why? Great stream, Al. Thank you very much. And why? Also, I want to mention that today we see new people in chat, new viewers from more countries, different countries, and just new people in general. And we welcome everyone, and we are happy that you discovered our channel, and we thank you for communicating using chat, and also we thank you so much for your support. Van Cleef and Arpels is everywhere along our walk today. Woody Herman, thank you again. OMG, thank you. Woodrow is right. BS watching ZNYC live only to see masks and winter clothes. I watched 2 commercials, then see it's fake. I worked up there and miss it. Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And it's good to know that there are viewers there on the other side in the chat who are enjoying the streams like this, and some of you lived in New York, and some still live in New York, and some want to come to New York, and some been to New York recently or years back, number of years ago, and they just have good memories, or they're homesick, or they want to visit, and they almost like taking a walk. A lot of people said that watching our streams, I'm pretty sure we're not the only ones, of course, but they told us in the chat that watching our streams make them feel like they're walking the streets of New York. This is so awesome to, let's say, be your guide. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for your good words. Keith, born in New York City, Harlem. Used to work in this area. You know, there are different stories that, happen as we stream. We once streamed in Brooklyn, and we walked around Bay Ridge, and randomly there was an old lady who was watching our stream, and we were walking by the church, an old church, and she said that she was in her late 80s or 90s, early 90s, and when she was young, she lived in that area, and she used to get home before her husband, and she was sitting inside of that church and waiting for her husband to come back from work. And she was recalling her life maybe 60 years ago, or maybe even more than that. And that was really touchy. You never know. You never know what kind of emotions you can, make people experience. And it's very cool. And for example, when we're streaming events like marathon or half marathon, or recently, just the other day, 5-borough bike tour, there are always people who later or during the stream find their loved ones, their family members, their friends there taking part in the event, and sometimes they just watch it later, and they send us messages, under the videos, under the streams, that they found themselves or they found their family members or friends. That's really cool. Keith says, love your channel. Thank you so much. And we don't fake anything, we don't exaggerate anything here on this channel. We don't inflate the emotions, and we don't we're just basically being who we are, normal people, hopefully normal as people in New York can be, just walking the streets of New York and showing you different things. And we're really happy then that more and more people actually subscribe to our channel because they like what we show. And of course, we're not the unique ones, we are not the only ones, but we're happy to be a part of the New York City YouTube streamer family. We are on east and technically west on this side of the street, 35th Street and 5th Avenue. As it's getting older in New York City, and we're having this nice walk and nice conversation with the chat. Thank you for that. And thank you so much again, Woody Herman. And thank you so much again, Woodrow. Thank you, thank you. Woody Herman says, I watch Boogie Bob and Wild Vlog and you. Thank you so much. Yeah, those are good ones. We watch them occasionally when we get a chance to. Sometimes we see Boogie Bob We saw him, for example, at several events. For example, once we actually said hi to him in Times Square during the meeting in support of people of Ukraine. He was there, I was there. That is nice. We all have different styles, we all have different way to speak, to chat, but it's, I think, nice to have a variety of different streamers, just like you have, I don't know, I don't want to compare it to television, but you watch different channels. They may be different, similar in their, you know, what they do and approach and the way they present the information, but nevertheless you watch several because it's a little different. This is Empire State Building. We're walking, and all of a sudden realized that we approached Empire State Building. So tall, and we cannot see the top from here, but what we're gonna do, we're going to make a right here, and we're going to walk Long Avenue block toward Herald Square, Macy, where we will walk around there a little bit too, and from there we will see Empire State Building entirely from top to bottom. Bagel and Walks, have a great and safe walk tonight. Thank you so much, Bagel and Walks. Raul, I look from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Raul from Buenos Aires, buenas noches, and gracias for watching our channel. Thank you.
That's how he acts though, whenever we like try to do something. Like I was trying to plan something for her.
Woody says, I worked on 7th Avenue and 54th, where the Sheraton was the Americana, yes, 7th and 54th. Boogie Bob can spin a yarn, says Woody. Yep. Jonathan, thanks for that. You're welcome. The Mighty Bull, hello, hello. You're watching, listening, and learning and enjoying the Mighty Bull. Justine, I watch how he's the best, easy, calm informant. Thank you so much. Bagels and Walks, found to see the skyscrapers lost in the fog. Yes, we're going to mention it again. This is what we see. Basically, right there in the middle of the screen, so you see half of the building, and you don't see another half of the building, like it's been photoshopped or something. Pretty cool. Raul says, Buenos Aires is copy structure with Mauricio Macri mayor of copy structure of New York. I guess Buenos Aires is building up, and Buenos Aires wants to look like New York as far as the architecture of tall buildings. Ruben, hey, welcome back. Marcos, hi from Brazil, boa noite. Welcome everyone. We are live from New York City. And why? Ale, you're my favorite streamer. Oh, thank you so much. And why? I really like how you give such unique details in your walks. Thank you so much. And why? Thank you. By the way, more shopping here as we walk this block from 5th to 6th Avenue on 34th Street. It's a super dry store, very good brand. Very practical clothing. Cecilia, hola, hello. Raul, thanks my friend, you're welcome. This is Build-A-Bear workshop. This is where you can build your own bear and dress it up. Kids would love that place, but it's not cheap, but it's worth to visit at least once probably. Although Timberland Journeys 7:52 is time in New York City. 7:52 p.m. and we're approaching Herald Square. Herald Square, Macy's. American Eagle Outfitters across the street. Julio Armando Munoz Canton. Hello, my friend. Hey, hey. Good evening. Keith, get a slice of pizza for me. Raul, time in Buenos Aires 20:53, 8:53, and we are in New York 7:53. Buenos Aires is 1 hour ahead of New York City. Zara. Raul says, I love Zara. Steve Madden and Levi's. It's pretty funny to see that half of the building is covered by the cloud. Let's see what store is that. That's approximately 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Probably anything above 55th, 60th floor is not visible. Macy's is the world's largest store, as Macy's present themselves right there on that sign. Temperature in Buenos Aires is 13.5 Celsius. This is not too hot for Buenos Aires. 13 degrees, let's see. It's about 58, 60 degrees Celsius. About 57, 58 degrees Celsius, more or less. And it's cloudy. It's cloudy in New York all day today, and it was raining on and off in New York as well.
That was like, there's no way. But knowing this talent, and you're being
Guess what? It's 7:55. I mean, next to this monument again that announces time. So we will probably hear it if it's functioning properly today. We will hear it in 5 minutes. Woodrow, one suggestion is to call at the avenue as you pass the streets. And we do appreciate your calm demeanor in Manhattan too. Thank you so much. One suggestion is to call at the avenue as you pass the streets. Thank you for your suggestion. Thank you so much for your support. Really, truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you. This is the front of the Macy's. Macy's had flower show, and the facade is still decorated in flowers. These flowers are not real, but they look like real flowers. Very, very real, but they're not. They just look like ones, but very nice look, very colorful. W. Iraheta. Is it cold? You think it might be the same weather next week? It's not warm for sure. I'm not sure what the current temperature is, but probably around 50 or something. It's about 8 degrees Celsius maybe. According to forecast, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be much better, but it should be a little warmer. So hopefully, overall, it will be more pleasant. It's time. It's May 2nd. It's almost summer. Fake real, Justin. Yep, fake real. Looks very real. And this is the main entrance to Macy's. 7:58. The time in New York City. Welcome everyone to our stream. Thank you so much. Thank you for being our subscribers. Thank you for spending your precious time watching our stream and other streams too, and hopefully future streams too. You will definitely need a jacket just in case. Good idea. 7:58 in New York, and we are here in Herald Square, West 35th Street, and this is Broadway, and this is where Broadway and 6th Avenue are kind of connect. Remember the other day, to be precise, yesterday, we were walking through this area along the route of 5-borough bike tour, but we stayed on 6th Avenue, which is there, and Broadway is this way. So Broadway is this way and 6th Avenue is that way, but this is the point where they actually kind of like next to each other. So we walked from there, we walked all the way from West 17th Street and 6th Avenue. We walked all the way to West 59th Street, and it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock in New York City. Woodrow, I lived in New York, but learned from you that all squares are off Broadway. Washington Square, Herald Square, Times Square, Greeley from yesterday, and the others. Thank you. Yes, majority of the main ones, main point of interest. Yes, they are all off Broadway, indeed. W. Iraheta just subscribed. Thank you very much and welcome, welcome. Teresa, Metropolitan Museum of Art, where the celebrities are for the Met Gala. Yes, they have this annual event at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. They build, usually they build and the entrance with red carpet, and it is very official and very high security, of course. To the left of Macy's, you see this massive building. This is what used to be Manhattan Mall, with lots of different stores inside on the first and second level, and third even, and a food court at some point years back. Right now, all the stores are closed inside. Only the ones that are, you know, facing the street, those are open, like H&M, for example. But hopefully at some point in the future they will repopulate the mall, because it's just a waste of space unless they going to rebuild it into something else. But what that would be, we don't know. See the lights, yellow and blue. This is in support of people of Ukraine. Also, let's go to the corner and take a look at Empire State Building. John, hi Al, I was in the 5 border bike tour. Oh really? Oh, that's awesome. Can you see the Empire State Building? Yes, we're looking at it right now. Let's just stand right here and take a look at Empire State Building. I think apparently the clouds are dissipating slowly, because we can see we still see the clouds covering like the peak of the building, and we see the clouds moving in the sky, moving pretty fast. But at least we can see Empire State Building from top to bottom. We believe you, John. And that was an awesome race. Awesome race. We should say tour. But it was awesome. It was awesome to watch, but I'm sure it was more awesome to participate, because you were going through all the neighborhoods and you enjoyed all the different landscapes and all the view in general everywhere you went. Crossing 5 bridges. If you think about it, 40 miles. It's a pleasant ride. Assuming that you're in shape for that, but again, you don't have to be super fast. A lot of people are just riding at their own pace and enjoying it. Over 30,000 people took part. They say 32,000, but it looked like there were more than that, actually. Chad, good evening. We started streaming from West 17th and 6th Avenue. That was probably 2.5 miles marker, 2.5 miles marker. Because later when we were walking through Central Park, there we saw 5 miles marker. Oh boy, look at that. We were hoping that the colors would change into something, and there you are. Supportive people of Ukraine. Blue and yellow, these are the colors of Ukrainian flag. John says, I'm in shape. Yes, no doubt. Moon Shadow, hello from Georgia. Hey, good evening. We are looking at the top of Empire State Building that is projecting blue and yellow. These are the colors of the Ukrainian flag. A lot of support these days to the people of Ukraine fighting for their independence, for their freedom on their own land. Bagel and Walks, wow. As we're enjoying Empire State Building, I want to thank you again. Thank you so much for your support today. Your tremendous support to our channel, for your super chats and super stickers. Thank you so very much. We really, really appreciate it. It's a fantastic view, truly. You're not in school, Moonshadow says, sorry I'm late. No worries, you will be able to rewatch it later. And if it's not available immediately, that's because YouTube is checking every second and moment of the stream to make sure that if they find any copyrighted material, they will let us know about it. But sometimes it's available right away, and sometimes it's available with a delay. So if you don't see it right away, this is why. Beautiful Empire State Building on 34th Street and 5th Avenue. And we are on Broadway and West 34th Street. This is Herald Square. Up northbound from here, that way, if we walk that way, we would be in Times Square. And if we would walk southbound that way, we would be in Union Square. Union Square is about 17 street blocks down that way, and Times Square is about 8 street blocks up that way. So now we're facing north, or approximately north. And Gregory says, I don't usually see you this late, El. Thanks for staying up. You're welcome. Yeah, we've been streaming. Yesterday we started streaming at 7:15ish in the morning for a 5-borough bike tour, and that was fun too. Oh, look. Empire State Building is fascinating today. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. If you're here and you're not subscribed, it means you like what you see. But if you subscribe with all notifications, you will never miss our streams and you will always be notified when we're streaming. This is really beautiful. Woodrow, Union Square off Broadway? Not really. If you walk down Broadway, you will hit. Actually, Broadway touches Union Square on both ends, on north and southbound, and so it is technically on Broadway too, off Broadway, whichever way you want to say it. Moonshadow, really enjoyed your bike tour video from Sunday. Thank you so much. Raul says, due to economic crisis in Argentina, it is impossible to travel to New York. This is unfortunate, and hopefully the situation will improve. Hey, what's going on with the camera here? Okay. Julio R, very nice, the Empire State Building. Yeah, I think we showed the best of it today. It alternates the lights from this to Ukrainian flag and to all kinds of rainbow colors. Woodrow, all squares in Helena off Broadway. Learned that after watching you on the bike tour. Thank you again. Thank you so much for your support today and for your good words. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Woody, for your support as well. Really appreciate it. Alicia, hello everyone. Yeah, and whoopsies, our gimbal got emotional a little bit too. Let's take a look at this one more time. This is so cool. Alright. We're streaming for 1 hour and 50 minutes, and I think this is when we're going to slowly but surely start saying goodbye for tonight. But as always, we will say that we don't have a permanent schedule. Sometimes we stream early in the morning, and sometimes we stream later at night. And if you're not subscribed yet, how will you know when we're streaming? And if you're subscribed with all notifications, you will always be notified. And therefore, if you're not subscribed, invite you to subscribe. And also, we thank you so much for all of your support, your super chats, your super stickers, your memberships, your good word of advice, your suggestions, your feedbacks, your chat participation, sharing the links to our channel. And this is all amazing because it is a fantastic feedback from you, and it's not a one-way street, it's a two-way street. Let's see how it looks north of Herald Square while we're here. Local time in New York is 8:13 p.m. These are Macy's windows, and we've seen them a lot, and we've seen all kinds of them, different ones. These are current Macy's windows, icons of style. Remember the tiptoe around Christmas, for example. Gregory, thanks again for the walk. You're welcome. Woody, when I was a little kid in the early 60s, I was told if you dropped a penny off the Empire State Building, this is what happened. Who has the answer? That by the time it hits the ground, it will turn into $1? Just a guess? Good night, John. We are going to slowly but surely say good night, even though we have a fantastic audience today, a very big, fantastic, supportive audience. But this is not our last stream. There will be more and more, hopefully, where we'll be all enjoying New York City walks and showing you New York City. Thank you, and if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. This way you will always know when we're streaming again. James says, you'd be 1 cent poorer. We would like to know the answer before we end the stream. We're really curious. What is the answer? So we will stay live for another couple of minutes because we want to hear the answer. And if Woody would be so kind, he will tell us what the answer to that question is. Raul, what is your name? Thank you. My name is L. A-L. L. Raul says, Raul has Jewish relatives there in New York. It's always good to have relatives. You can visit them occasionally if you can, hopefully sooner rather than later. So Woody says, tune in tomorrow. Same bad channel, same bad station. Chassis system. I feel bad I missed the 5-borough bike tour yesterday. It looked like it was fun. It was fun, and it's posted on our channel if you want to look it up a little bit. You don't have to watch all 4+ hours, of course, but you definitely can check it out. In fact, to compliment ourselves, it looks like we were the only YouTube streamers in New York City streaming live that event, at least within the several hours from the beginning of 5-borough bike tour. Quite a few viewers told us that we were the only ones streaming that from New York, which was actually pretty cool. It felt good because it felt unique. With this fantastic view of Empire State Building and 1 hour and 56 minutes of our streaming, we want to thank you again for all of your support. Thank you so much for your super chats and super stickers. And we hope you subscribe. This way you will always know when we're streaming. Have a fantastic rest of your day or the beginning of the next one, depending on where you are in the world. We will see you later. We will see you soon. And why? The answer is that Penny would kill someone. Lee, L, Macy's always look amazing. So does the Empire State. Thank you, Lee, and nice to see you here again. Welcome, welcome. Even though we're finishing the stream, we're ending this right now. We will be back soon, and we hope to see you all back. Thank you so much for the fantastic chat. Alicia, L, will you stream New York City 2022 Marathon? If so, that will be great. I think it's going to be in November, but we streamed it last year. That was beyond fun, except the signal issues, but we actually streamed answering your question all together for maybe 6.5 hours combined, maybe 7. We streamed it. We had to restart 3 times, so we have 4 streams on our channel. Not sure if I have a playlist, but if not, if you're browsing our channel and you just browse it by NYC Marathon, you will see those streams. Actually, we also reposted them as videos, so you might see them in both stream and video versions. Christian, yep, what else said? Good night, have good rest. Thank you very much, everyone, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.